AEW Fight Forever seemingly is going to be packed with a number of Easter eggs. We've also had a few more entrances and gameplay reveals that are pretty exciting, and one minigame I haven't seen anyone else talking about yet that got revealed, but don't worry about it because we're gonna get to it. These Easter eggs will include size-based characters, weapons, and even a possible Revolution 2021 Easter egg, where the ending of your match could be a dud like it was on that night. They also went ahead and stated quite boldly that some Easter eggs apparently are going to be difficult to find for members of the community, or at least initially they will be difficult to find, to which I go ahead and say, challenge accepted, I will be there. But that kind of leads me to another question I have, and that is, what kind of Easter eggs are we going to see? There are obviously a lot of different historical aspects to AEW that you can dive into via an Easter egg, whether it's an interesting fact or a poster on a wall, or genuinely just, you know, bouncing off the creative characters and the diverse characters that you've got. You know, someone like Chris Statlander and her alien past, and we obviously know that it's going to be her alien gimmick in this game, so there's an Easter egg you can do there, you know, maybe something to do with her home planet, as it were. You could have an Easter egg in there, you know, about Sue. But if at some point in the future you go ahead and add Shaquille O'Neal into the game, and you add an ambulance match into the game, every time Shaquille O'Neal loses the match, he gets put in that ambulance, he's disappeared off your game for at least like 3 years. They could quite easily go ahead and have, you know, Easter egg weapons in the game, or, you know, something along that line. I do love a good wrestling game with Easter eggs, you know, kind of like they did back in the day for those Road to WrestleManias, where you'd find like a time machine or Hornswoggle. But that is certainly not where we slow down, because then on Being the Elite we got to see Nick Jackson playing AEW Fight Forever on a Steam Deck.
Time to get my hands on the game, and look who happens to be on the screen, huh? Cool. That looks like it's Niz Jizz. All right, let's do
Up there.
Oh, okay. I'm dumb.
Yeah, well, we're used to looking for the word tag.
And when you press it, A.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, look who I am. Okay. There he is.
Like they said,
And
they try to.
yes, all
They
right.
said like, oh, it's straight. It was very straight.
Let's get it on.
You can say like,
Oh, that's great.
but yeah.
Lucha. We're wrestling the luchas. Let's go. Here we go. Oh, I'm you right now. Tie up. Woo! That's great. He does Pakich. I'm done. That's a wrap. Kick out. Nice. I gotta tag out. I'm taking all the heat.
You know how to tag that?
No. I think Oh, double sizz.
I actually do that.
This pretty much goes ahead and confirms that not only will it run well in 60 FPS on a Steam Deck, but now that's technically 2 handhelds you can get this game on, which is obviously very cool. But I'm a little bit worried that we haven't seen the Nintendo Switch port yet. I mean, I think I was speaking to someone in the comments about this not that long ago, but I was generally thinking, considering it's not really a super graphically intense game, it's more of an arcadey game anyway, I would assume it'll run well on the Switch, but obviously we've had wrestling games in the past that have been on the Switch, which have been a little bit mid. You know what? No, mid is a very generous thing to say about 2K18 on Switch. It was absolutely garbage. But I will go ahead and say this. I can totally see myself finally investing in a Steam Deck just because Fight Forever sounds like a fantastic game to bring on the train. But in this clip, I also went ahead and noticed that there is an options tab when you're selecting characters, which I would assume is for extra attires and whatnot. Kind of like we saw with Chris Jericho that time, where he had a bunch of selectable attires. I also noticed that when the Young Bucks were making their entrance in this gameplay, it was not using the Super Kick Party theme, it was actually the Elite theme. I don't really know like why we wouldn't have the Young Bucks theme in the game, but I don't really know, just something I noticed. Also, to kind of double down on what I said the other day, once again, tag team moves look really fluid, they look like they're gonna flow well during matches, which is, you know, really gonna build into that fun experience. And also, we went ahead and saw Powerhouse Hobbs, the big man himself, and his entrance in AEW Fight Forever. Because all of this kind of reminds me of the old SmackDown vs. Raw games we had on the PSP. Obviously, nowadays it's of a much higher quality than we had back then in 2011. On top of all of this though, we also got new gameplay featuring first looks at Andrade El Idolo and Jeff Hardy. I've got to say, Andrade's entrance looks really fantastic and his model looks great as well. We then see him hitting a sweet springboard tornado DDT into a springboard Hurricane Rana. The spiral dive to the outside is also absolutely beautiful as well. We then see Jeff Hardy get taken out with a new weapon in the game. I think we may have seen this one already, but I can't entirely remember. AEW Weapons Forever, I love to see it. Andrade then hits an elbow into his taunt and into the hammerlock DDT, which once again looks sweet, and also we saw his victory animation. We also got to see Jeff Hardy's entrance moves and victory animations via Macho T. Shout out to the Savage real quick. And you just want to go ahead and say, shout out to Justin Roberts with the, you know, the signature Jeff Hardy introduction. I love it. I'm very happy it's not just a generic, you know, coming to the ring, Jeff Hardy. No, it's Jeff Hardy. I can do better than that. Never mind. Jeff Hardy's entrance is easily one of my favorites that we've got to see so far, because really, who doesn't love Jeff Hardy's signature entrance? I mean, come on. We then see Jeff throw Andrade out of the ring and hit a sweet dive. And another thing that I found out about this game is that when you have the tire over your head, your controls are apparently like messed up, like they're reversed or something. Like your controls are inverted as you have the tire over your head, making it just a little bit more unique of a weapon to use against your opponent. And also, building on what I talked about the other day, when it comes to the LED screen at the top of the stage, you can not only glitch it with a German suplex, but if you keep hitting that move, you can actually break the screen. I love it. We also got this mini games trailer a few hours ago, which basically features a whole trailer of some mini games we've seen before and some we haven't. But one thing I noticed was this card game. Now, of course, I'm not saying that all of these people are confirmed. I just kind of wanted to point them out. People like Redragon's Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, Top Flight, Santana and Ortiz, Vicky Guerrero. You can also even see Wardlow, but I figured it was pretty obvious he was going to be in the game. He's been a pretty big staple of the company. But even though we can see these people on the cards, I don't think this necessarily means that they're all confirmed for launch. I just think it's kind of a thing where we take it with a grain of salt right now, but they may be added in the future at a later date. Because we even see Keith Lee here, and we know he's going to be DLC. We don't really entirely know the full roster yet, so I'm not going to start, you know, talking too much about the roster. I'm kind of just speculating because I'm excited for the game. Shoot me if that's a crime. But yeah, overall, I'm sure we'll be getting the official roster for this game in like the next week or so. Honestly, the game's coming out in like 2 weeks. So also, one mini game that I absolutely do want to talk about is this one. Seemingly the objective is to throw your opponents off the edge. We see Chris Jericho throwing a gas canister at Abaddon and then going off the edge, and then everyone gets a +5. Listen, whatever it is, I want to play it. I don't even know how to explain this mini game, but first of all, who invited Blood in the yellow shirt? Give that guy a mini map. What is he doing? And finally, the most fire of them all, a seemingly skateboarding mini game. What? I know we can skateboard in this game, and I was already very excited about that, but is there a mini game? Is there a future potential for skateboarding physics in terms of like ramps? And do you want to go ahead and put, you know, skateboarding ramps in Create an Arena? I was watching the points in this one, and when Owen Hart hits a move on the board, his points go up. And also at the same time, Jade Cargill's points go up too when she knocks Penta into the electric fence. Like maybe the objective of this mini game is to knock people with the skateboard into the electric fence and also hit tricks and stuff, or at least, you know, jump on the skateboard. That seemingly gets you more tricks, and maybe there's like a time limit. Either way, I love skate games, I love Tony Hawk games, I love skateboarding, and I love Smash Bros. 2011, so I will be there no matter what.